and the thunk of steam pipes. An L train clattered by not far away. When the bell rang on the stove, he slid off the stool impatiently, went into the kitchen, and turned off the oven. The paper bag on the table caught his eye. He looked at it for a full 30 seconds, scratching the hollow below his right cheekbone. Where the hell was Liz? Abruptly, he got his top coat out of the foyer closet and left the apartment. It was nearly dark now in the narrow side street. The only light came from the glow of the business district, 2 blocks away. He walked to the bakery on the corner. A woman was slicing noodles behind the counter. She was fat, with flour smudges on her powerful arms. "Not long ago, my wife came in here and bought a loaf of salt-rising bread. I wonder if she came back for anything." The woman said, "Salt-rising bread? She had a dog with her? A miniature French poodle?" The woman kept slicing the yellow dough, shaking her head. "She was in just once, for the bread." Ed left the bakery and walked half a block to the supermarket. A man and 2 women were pushing carts about the aisles. 2 checkers buffed their nails. A bald head glistened through the bars of the cashier's window. He left, and farther down the street peered into a delicatessen, his breath staining the plate glass window. Only a clerk was inside. So he crossed the street and went into a barroom named Kirsch's Corner. In a rear booth, a dark-haired woman in a black mouton jacket sat over a beer. She glared at him. "Excuse me," Ed said. "I thought you were my wife." "Oh, yeah?" He turned and started out past the bar. The bartender eyed him. Ed stopped. "I'm looking for my wife," he explained. "So?" "She had a white dog with her, wore a black fur jacket, overshoes, green skirt. Here." He drew out his wallet and opened the photo compartment. A deep-breasted young woman looked through the plastic window, her thick hair bunched loosely. Her head was thrown back and she was laughing. "She ain't been in," said the bartender forgivingly. Ed went back into the street, frowning deeply now. He glanced anxiously into a diner full of men eating with their hats on, prowled through a seafood cafe, inspected a Chinese restaurant. He explored 2 side streets, his feet splashing in the slush. At the end of the business district, he stopped. A diffusion of light marked the next business district, 8 blocks away. Between lay darkened furniture stores, used car lots, loan offices, real estate offices, garages. No point in looking there. Or was there? He walked quickly to the L station. It was deserted except for the woman in the wire cage who sold tokens. Ed held the snapshot up to the window. "Did this woman get on a train in the last hour? She had a little white poodle with her?" The woman's wrinkled skin glowed blue in the fluorescent light. Her eyes ignored the photo in favor of his face. "You the police?" she asked in an interested tone. "I'm her husband." She began shaking her head even before she looked at the photo. "I don't remember her or the dog. A lot of people go through here. Stand aside, mister." Ed returned to the deserted apartment. It was 8:30. The roast was still warm. He took it out of the oven, cut off the end piece, and placed it between 2 slices of bread. He sat at the table and chewed tastelessly, eyes on the door. At last he laid the sandwich down, only half eaten, and lit a cigarette. He smoked and watched the door. His thoughts were whirling around in little eddies of panic. He kept telling himself, "She's all right." At 9 o'clock, he put the roast in the refrigerator and the loaf in the bread box, and went to the telephone, recessed in the kitchen wall. He ran his finger down a typewritten list headed "Frequently Called Numbers" until he reached the name of Connie. He dialed.